Good evening from Headingley. This Good Friday evening fixture between old rivals Leeds and Hull FC. Wembley-bound Leeds, of course, have confirmed their runners-up spot in the Championship. Wigan, of course, have been confirmed as league winners once more with their win against St Helens. Leeds, of course, unbeaten in their last 4 games, including in their last outing, a very impressive win a week last Friday at Warrington, 17-11. Hull, meanwhile, will second from bottom of the Championship, where, of course, relegation certainties. But with the new 14-team Summer Super League, it seems that they will be amalgamating with near neighbours Hull Kingston Rovers to provide a Humberside team in the Super League, which is scheduled to kick off in March, as Leeds led out by skipper Ellery Hanley to a magnificent round of applause. Quite a decent crowd for this game. When the sides met at the Boulevard on Boxing Day, Leeds were the narrowest of winners by 24 points to 20. Well, although Hull's league form this year has been a big disappointment, they'll certainly be all keyed up and fired up for this game here at Headingley. On then to the teams, and Leeds are without the service of Alan Tate, so Paul Cook plays at full-back. Jim Fallon, Kevin Iro, Craig Innes and Francis Cummins. The half-backs of Gary Schofield and Patrick Ontop. That has an ex-Hull FC ring about it, doesn't it? Both Schofield and Ontop, 2 former Boulevard favourites. The forward line, Neil Harmon, James Lowes, Harvey Howard. The second rows of Marcus Vasilakopoulos and Assini for Milo. Loose forward is Ellery Hanley, the captain, with the subs, 2 of the promising youngsters on the Leeds books. For the first time, Adrian Wall is included in the 15, and of course Phil Hassan, who's been involved in the first team on a couple of occasions so far. 2 captains, Ellery Hanley and Steve McNamara, meet on the halfway line to complete the formalities. Referee David Campbell from Widnes. The Hull FC side, Gary Nolan at full-back, Leroy McKenzie, Chico Jackson, Mayo David, Tavito Vicona. The half-backs of Richard Gay and Mark Hewitt. Forward line, Tim Street, Mike Dixon, Steve McNamara. The second row, Gary Rose, another former player, of course, used to play here at Headingley before that injury. He wears 11 for Hull. John Sharp is his second row partner. Dean Busby is the loose forward, with the subs Rob Nolan and the experienced Russ Walker. And it's Leeds that will get this Good Friday evening fixture underway. Leeds in their traditional blue and amber shirts, blue shorts, blue and amber socks. Hull FC their traditional black and white shirts, white socks with black trim and white shorts. And it's the action's going to get underway. David Campbell is about to kick this game off, and it's Leeds that will start the game with a deep kick from Paul Cook, and he kicks deep inside the Hull FC half.
Thank you, Graham. Leroy McKenzie meeting the reception committee of Harvey Howard, Faimalo. John Sharp breaks the 20-metre line. McNamara. Leeds guaranteed second spot in the league with Wigan's victory over St Helens this afternoon. Wigan confirmed as champions yet again. Leeds have run them all the way this season, certainly an improved side. Thought they were very impressive in their victory at Warrington a week ago this evening. Mark Hewitt kicks for Hull on the last tackle. It's fielded by Cummings.
And Francis Cummins fields possession for Leeds just outside his own 20-metre line, where he's tackled by Tim Street. Paul Cook, the Leeds full-back, one of the contenders for the Alliance Player of the Season, as James Lowes feeds the ball out to Neil Harmon. On this right-hand side, Harmon's met though by Mayor David. He completes the tackle. Ball inside to Harvey Howard. Howard also held as Leeds approach the halfway line. Patrick Ontap, spinning pass out to Gary Schofield. Schofield missed out a couple of defenders. Craig Innes goes into a gap. Innes over halfway, he's got support. A couple of Hull defenders come across. Innes gets the ball away to Hanley. Good pass by Innes. Back to Patrick Ontap as Leeds keep the ball alive inside the Hull FC half. But Mark Hewitt and Steve McNamara in with the tackle. Final tackle. Gary Schofield puts the bomb. Pressure on the fullback, Gary Nolan, but Nolan takes it well. Kevin Iro was after him, but Nolan takes it about 15 metres from his own try line.
First real clean break, it was Craig Innes getting on the outside of Chico Jackson, making space, Brian.
Yeah, Gary Rose taking it up. McKenzie. Makes some good yards for Hull. Tim Street, first touch of the ball. Good tackle underneath from Vassiopoulos. Sharp. Last tackle. Ball to Mark Hewitt. Kicks into the corner. Bounces pretty well for Paul Cook.
Paul Cook, Leeds full-back, takes possession from that kick through. Held on his own 20 by Mark Hewitt and by McNamara. Jim Fallon. Fallon, though, tackled by Richard Gay, the Hull FC standoff. Normally, of course, plays at full-back. Good pass inside by Innes, gives the ball to Cummins. Cummins, though, held by Dixon. Harvey Howard gets up ahead of steam, runs into 3 defenders. One of those looks a slightly high one. Referee stopped the clock. Tim Street's across there. He was one of the tacklers. Steve McNamara was there. And Harvey Howard's been called across by referee David Campbell. The penalty is to Leeds for that tackle, and referee is now going to call across one of the Hull FC players. Gary Rose it is, who's been called across by David Campbell. Certainly a 3-man reception committee there for Harvey Howard, bringing him down just inside that Hull FC half of the field. Paul Cook there with a penalty for Leeds, putting the ball into the paddock in front of the main stand on the far side. Quick tap penalty. Neil Harmon comes up from acting half-back on the 20, brought down by Gary Rose. Now it's Harvey Howard again. Howard, head down, runs into the Hull FC tacklers. McNamara and Dixon bring him down. Leeds about 15 metres from the try line. Pass inside to Schofield. Schofield out there to Familo. Familo's got support from Innes. Innes trying to charge his way over. Held and in short by loose forward Dean Busby, and referees given a penalty to Leeds. Leeds electing to take the tap penalty quickly. Patrick Ontat, Leeds scrum half, back inside to Schofield. Schofield out to Iro. Iro to Fallon on this right-hand side. Fallon, is he going to go in? Did he put the ball down? Referee says he did, and Jim Fallon has scored the try. There were 2 defenders across, bringing him around. Referee had a word with the touch judge. The try stands. Jim Fallon's got in for the 4 points. We've had almost 5 minutes on the clock here at Headingley. There was an overlap on this right-hand side, but there was some good cover tackling by a couple of FC defenders, Hull FC defenders. And there'll certainly be a little bit of controversy about that one, whether A, Jim Fallon grounded the ball, and B, whether he was in touch when he did so. The try has been given, though, by David Campbell, and Leeds have a 4-0 advantage. To be fair to the visiting team, they didn't argue with the referee. They may have thought 1 or 2 things about the decision, but the referee immediately turned towards the Hull defence and put his hand over his mouth to say, I'm in charge, and the 4-point stand as Hull FC kick off. Short pass to Marcus Vassiopoulos. Dixon with the tackle along with Gary Rose. Fallon, the Leeds try scorer, goes to acting half-back, runs into Tim Street and Gary Rose and Dixon. Neil Harmon. Harmon held though on that left-hand side. Ball comes on this side to Familo. Familo looks to get the ball away. Good tackle by John Sharp. Sharp and Rose bring him down. Now it's Harvey Howard. Runs into McNamara. Takes some putting down. Referee's going to have to keep a very close eye, I think, on 1 or 2 of these tackles. There's no love lost at the moment. Final tackle. Paul Cook puts the right-footed kick in, but it should be fielded in without any problem by Gary Nolan. He's watching the ball. Is it going to go dead? It does go dead. Gary Nolan watches the ball, and it'll be a tap on the 20-metre line.
So Hull possession again. John Sharp, the first hit up. Gay. Plays it 40 metres from his own line. McNamara. Tackled by Vasilakopoulos and Hanley. Hewitt. Busby. Play to within 40 metres of the Leeds line. Solid play by Hull. Straight. 30 metres out, it's the last tackle. Mark Hewitt goes to the air. Chico Jackson, and well, that's a good take by Paul Cook. And some good protection by Francis Cummings.
Well taken in the air, that one by the Leeds defender, and Cummings takes up possession for Leeds from acting half-back just outside his own 20-metre line. Now it's for Milo. Milo tries to get ahead of Steam up, but he's tackled by Sharp and by McNamara. Lowe's to Schofield. Schofield with a long looping pass out to Iro on that left-hand side. Iro gets the ball back inside to Schofield. Schofield puts a pass out, but there's nobody there for Leeds, and the ball goes into touch on the far side. And it'll be a scrum down with Hull FC having the put-in through Mark Hewitt.
So the scrum to go down 7 or 8 metres inside the Leeds half. Gay meets Schofield and Innes. Mayor David. Sharp. Sharp offloads to Vacona, but nothing really on there at all. Gay trying to dummy the run around, but not bought by the Leeds defence. McNamara. Street. Out to Chico Jackson. Bit of space here. But nobody on Chico Jackson's inside. He's 11 metres out. Will Hull go to the short side? No, they come open. It's the last tackle. Street kicks through. Collected by Cook. He gets away from the tackle. Now it's a penalty against Leeds for some obstruction on a Hull player, and Hull have the penalty, Brian, the first of the match.
Yeah, penalty against James Lowe's, I think, for pushing the Hull defender out the way. So with Mark Hewitt trying to put points on the board for Hull. Good strong run by Chico Jackson, but as you said, there was nobody on his inside to take the ball. But certainly Leeds have looked very dangerous moving the ball to the left. They're finding some gaps down Hull's right wing. So it's Mark Hewitt. Been in impeccable kicking form for the last 2 games. Two points. So we've been playing 11 minutes. And the score Leeds 4, Hull 2.
Certainly in that last set of 6, Brian, the Hull forwards went forward pretty well. First time they'd really had a set of 6 inside the Leeds half. Richard Gay collects from the kick-off, finds Gary Nolan. Busby. Now Street. Well, makes good yards, Tim Street. McNamara up running close to the ruck, gets into the Leeds half. And the ball was ripped out by a Leeds player, clearly. A touch judge saw it, indicated that to the referee. Pretty pointless thing to do, Brian, by the Leeds on the touch judge's side.
Yeah, silly really. Steve McNamara, good touch. All about 30 yards out. Street. A good run by Tim Street. Oh, Hewitt, Busby. Good tackle by Vasilakopoulos. McNamara. Hull going blind. Long ball is over. Gary Nolan, inch-perfect ball by Mike Dixon, a move that Hull have worked on many occasions, worked to perfection then. Long ball from Dixon, missed 3 men out, straight into Gary Nolan's hands, and that was it. Excellent try there, Steve.
Well, we've seen that many times this season, but it's never been put on any better than that. Once or twice it's gone wrong. A couple of times it has created a try, but it was perfect that time. Leeds didn't read it at all, and Gary Nolan had a stroll in. A lovely, quick, flat pass by Mike Dixon on the short side. And he slides it in nicely. Hull ahead 8-4. That made it look very easy, that try, but that really does take some doing. There's no margin of error on the pass from that for that kind of try. Gary Nolan gets up to almost to the 30-metre line. Mark Hewitt making yards. 2 tackles, Hull have brought it back to within 7 metres of halfway. Here's John Sharp. Hewitt. Street. Hewitt. Inside to McNamara. Ball comes loose. Hewitt has it. It's the last tackle, 30 metres out. Richard Gay goes to the air with a kick. Back on to Cummings' wing. Hull have it again. It's the last tackle, says the referee still. Chico Jackson loses the ball. Cook has it for Leeds.
And Leeds, for last couple of minutes, have been under the cosh through that try. They've now got a little bit of possession, and they'll try and bring the ball away from outside their own half of the field. Lowe's to Neil Harmon. Harmon tackled by Gary Rose and by John Sharp. Ball comes right, Ellery Hanley. Hanley tackled by Hewitt and also by Viacoda, the Hull FC Kiwi wingman. Out to Marcus Vasilakopoulos, looks to be held in the tackle. Final tackle, says David Campbell. Leeds will look to kick here. Ball comes back to Paul Cook. Cook looks up, puts the right-footed kick inside that Hull FC half. It's bouncing almost on the try line now, and the winger Leroy Mackenzie Fields just almost spots a gap, but he's well tackled there by Craig Innes.
So that was a good kick by Paul Cook. Couldn't really have been much better. Ball goes back, a bit untidy by Hull. Very much in the danger area. It's Busby who struggles to the 20-metre line. Vacona from acting half. Sharp. A knock on by Mike Dixon. Leeds player did come through the ruck, but it was pretty untidy play of the ball by John Sharp.
Yeah, it certainly was. It's Leeds heading ball.
Passing on tap, feeds the scrum, comes out to Schofield. Schofield with a long pass out to Innes. Innes to Iro. Iro pops up on that left-hand side, but that pass from Kevin Iro is not to Francis Cummins, and Leeds lose possession. First series of tackles, and they've lost it, and it will be a scrum down just inside that Leeds half of the field, approaching the midway point. A couple of minutes to halfway through the first half. Leeds 4, Hull FC 8, the scoreline. Jim Fallon giving Leeds the 4-0 advantage. A Mark Hewitt penalty made it 4-2. Gary Nolan try, a Mark Hewitt conversion, giving Hull FC a 4-point advantage as Steve McNamara receives some attention from the physio, but Hull FC have it from the scrum. Nolan looks to make the break, but he's well tackled by Innes again.
Mayor David takes play almost up to the 30-metre line. Vasilakopoulos is down injured for Leeds. Good tackle by Schofield. No, Tavita Vacona gets away from him and into the Leeds 20-metre area. David is acting halfback. Hewitt. Gay, run-around play. Brings John Sharp into it. Ellery Hanley reads it well, makes the tackle. Hewitt. Street. Still going, Tim Street. To Busby. And Hull within 2 or 3 metres. It's the last tackle. Hewitt kicks through. Good kick, good pursuit by Gary Nolan. Leeds have to make it dead. Hull should have another set of 6. Vasilakopoulos causing some concern for the Leeds physio, but I think he's coming around.
He got his head in the way of May David when he tackled him. So it's Cook to drop out. Should be Richard Gay's ball. Richard Gay takes him on. Ball out to Chico Jackson, who thought about passing, didn't. McNamara. Oh, lovely ball to Dixon. Dixon will score. Oh, just stopped short. Gary Rose. Hewitt tackled by Arrow. All too close then. Gay. Gary Nolan. Oh, poor ball there. Leeds come up with the ball.
So LFC were in a good position down this left-hand side. They had a couple of players' advantage. They didn't take full advantage of it. Leeds have been forced to make the substitution. Marcus Vasilakopoulos has gone off, looking slightly the worse for wear. He's been helped by Dean Riddle and by Seamus McCallie around that far side. The Leeds physio is needed again because there's another Leeds player down injured, so already Leeds stretched. Adrian Morley has come on for Leeds. He's come on to replace Vasilakopoulos, and Gary Schofield's the other Leeds player down injured as Morley goes down that left-hand side. Looks to get away from the tackle, but he's brought down by Hewitt. Patrick Ontad inside to Familo. Familo makes a half break. Final tackle this for Leeds. Gary Schofield's back to his feet. Leeds are back to 13 men. Ball back to Ontad. Ontad puts the right foot grubber kick in, and it's going to go dead. It's behind the corner flag, so it will be another scrum down. Sorry, a tap for Hull FC on their 20-metre line. Still the same scoreline of Leeds 4, Hull FC 8.
Thank you, Graham. So Mike Dixon to restart for Hull with Leroy Mackenzie, who runs it out, meets Ellery Hanley. McNamara. Met by Howard, a good hard solid hit. Sharp. We'll work it up back towards halfway. Street. Having a good game, Tim Street. Gets it away to Mike Dixon. McNamara. Kicks through. It's behind Cook. Cook should make this safe. Vacona has it, but he's knocked on, I think, and it's going to be a knock-on against Tavita Vacona. Well, Paul Cook seemed to have that covered and hesitated, and really gave Hull a half a chance, but Tavita Vacona couldn't regather. So it's Leeds head and ball at this scrum.
Patrick Ontad will feed the scrum then for Leeds. Comes out to Jim Fallon. Fallon looks to make the half break, but he's tackled by Nolan. Now it's Kevin Iro for Leeds. Good pass to Craig Innes. Short pass on that left-hand side. Innes, though, is almost bundled into touch by Jackson and Mackenzie on that far side, but Innes stays in field. Now it's Cummins. Cummins tackled by Busby and by Gary Rose. Lowe's an acting halfback. Back to Schofield. Now it's Kevin Iro. Iro's got the support there from Patrick Ontad. Ontad to Hanley. That's a good tackle by Gary Rose on Hanley. The ball's gone loose. And Ellery Hanley, some concern because he's gone down there. And there's also a little bit of a fracas on that far side between a couple of players as well. But Ellery Hanley is certainly not one to struggle unless he really did receive an injury. He's holding his right shoulder, but he's back to his feet, and play restarts. Hull have possession from the scrum.
Here's Gary Nolan, making way up towards the halfway line. Tackled by Innes. Played the ball to himself. Questionable about whether he had a marker there or not. Gary Rose. Inside the Leeds half. Street to Busby. He gets almost to the 30-metre line. Hewitt. Gay. Dummies a drop-off, gives it to Mayor David. Vacona goes infield nicely. Mayor David collects, but he can't. Gives a quick pass out to Richard Gay, but he couldn't collect that. Probably worth trying. Latish in the tackle count inside the Leeds 20-metre line, but Leeds have had a ball at this scrum.
Still 4 points separating the two sides. Leeds have it from the scrum through Jim Fallon. Schofield out to Kevin Iro. Ellery Hanley has gone off. Obviously some concern about that shoulder injury. Phil Hassan has come on to replace him, so that means a little bit of reshuffling in the Leeds ranks. Let's hope that injury to the Leeds skipper is nothing serious. A couple of league games and of course that trip to Wembley to look forward to. Neil Harmon takes up possession, makes it to halfway where he's tackled by Dixon. Short pass and James Lowe's pass to Gary Schofield is right by his ankles and Schofield can't hold on, knocking the ball on, and at the moment it's all a little bit scrappy. But Hull will again try and build an attack from this scrum just inside the Leeds half of the field.
Yes, and Leeds, the Leeds error count creeping up quite a bit. Gay to Chico Jackson, almost away. In fact, he does get away, but he can't regain his feet, get his balance back. Gay, sharp, inside the 20-metre line. Hull really ticking. Could do with another try. Mike Dixon. Scurrying run. To the right. Gay. Busby. Mackenzie going for the corner. Oh, he's 2 metres short. Good effort. Jackson. Hewitt is over. Nice delayed pass by Chico Jackson. The Leeds defence really caught napping there. And Mark Hewitt following up to score, Brian. Good try.
Yeah, good try. Simple, putting the ball into the gap and the man running on. Yeah, those looked dangerous. We thought we were going to see Leroy Mackenzie's first try of the season. We didn't, but the next play of the ball. Nice ball from Chico Jackson, and Mark Hewitt held 10, span and got it down. As you say, Leeds are in a bit of trouble because they've had to reorganise the team. But with 27 minutes gone, Hull winning 12 points to 4, and Mark Hewitt to try to convert.
But Leeds have got so many class players and so much pace. It only really requires one break for them to get right back into it. Gary Nolan tackle on the 20-metre line. That's the first serious error, I think. Gary Nolan losing the ball. Bad error. Leeds head and ball at this scrum, midfield 20 metres from the Hull line.
And it'll give Leeds a good opportunity to try and claw their way back into this game. 8 points behind, 4-12 the scoreline in favour of Hull FC. Ball comes out Leeds side, on tap to Schofield. Schofield short pass to Iro. Iro's tackled by David, but gets the ball away back to Schofield. Schofield's wrapped up by the Hull FC winger. Now it's Fallon. Fallon goes smacked in half-back, tries to find a way through. The whole defence on top so far. Phil Hassan for Leeds. Tackled by Gary Rose. Underneath the post. Leeds about 15 metres from that try line. On tap, pass inside to Familo. Familo turns in the tackle, looks to release the ball, but can't. Leeds have already used 4 tackles. Lowe's feeds Schofield. Schofield with a short pass inside. Neil Harmon. Harmon tries you for the line. Did he put the ball down? Leeds have been given a try. Harmon's got it for Leeds. Neil Harmon's got in for the try for Leeds. Just what Leeds needed in reply to those couple of Hull FC touchdowns. Leeds 8, Hull FC 12 is now the scoreline. There's Lowe's an acting half-back, fed the ball out to on tap to Familo. Familo was tackled, and from the next play the ball, it was Leeds that went in for the try. Schofield's pass inside, and there was Harmon. Grounded the ball according to the referee. Paul Cook with the conversion, and no doubt a little bit of controversy about both of those Leeds tries from a Hull FC point of view. Fallon touching down in the corner, and whether that ball was grounded, the referee was right over it. The 4 points count. The kick successful by Paul Cook, so Leeds back in this one now. Hull FC to restart proceedings with Mark Hewitt, the scrum half. Kicks deep inside the Leeds half, where it's fielded by Schofield. Schofield to Hassan, that's one round the head, that's the high one. Immediately response from the crowd, and Tim Street knows that that was high. And Phil Hassan can feel that it's high, and the referee, I think, is going to have to sin-bin him. In fact, he's sent him off. So Hull FC are down to 12 men. Referee didn't decide to sin-bin him, he decided that was it. It was a high tackle on Phil Hassan, and Tim Street is off. He's been sent off by David Campbell. So really Hull FC now certainly up against it, down to 11, 12 men. Tim Street's been sent off for the high tackle, and that will give Leeds a numerical advantage. And we've got, what, 7 minutes to half-time, so Hull will have to play near on 48 minutes with 12 men. Harmon gets it away to Ontat. Ontat tackle, though, by Nolan. For Milo for Leeds. 4 Hull tackles in, though, to bring him down. Ball comes right, Ontat. Ontat out to Schofield. Schofield to Morley. Morley gets away from the tackle. Held, though, by Hewitt. Leeds again, Schofield. Ontat comes short, can't release the ball. Final tackle. This kick comes through. Leeds are after it, Lowe's is after it, but the ball goes dead, and it'll be a tap penalty on the 20-metre line. But obviously some controversy, a high tackle, and Tim Street giving his marching orders.
Yes, it certainly was high. The referee had no doubts. I think what you look for in those sort of cases is consistency. The referee said he's stall out, not going to have high shots. You can't argue with that. McNamara tackle on the 30-metre line. John Sharp gets to within 8 metres of the halfway line. Hewitt, Busby. McNamara. It's the last tackle, Hull 40 metres from the Leeds line. Hewitt. Kick through to the wing, turns Harold Cook. It's going to go just dead, though, just a little bit too strong. Leeds to restart on the 20-metre line.
Quick tap taken by Leeds. Lowe's fields it to Francis Cummins. Cummins still on his feet. It's one way, then the other, but he's brought down by Dixon. Lowe's feeds Jim Fallon. Fallon held though by Rose on that 40-metre line. Leeds approaching halfway. Milo runs into the tackle of Dean Busby. Busby brings him down. Now it's Schofield for Leeds. Short pass inside to Harmon, but Harmon's dropped up as he lost the ball. Referee's going to take a look, and he says there's been a knock on. So that tackle by Busby on Harmon, enough for the Leeds forward to lose possession. Another scrum down. And Hull should win the ball from the scrum. Indeed they do. And they'll have 6 tackles just inside that Leeds half.
Sharp. Up the middle. Gary Rose. Dixon running off. Dixon gets rid of it to the corner. Hewitt. Gay. Hewitt. Oh, the corner picks it up. Oh, lovely. Did well, the corner, just stopped a yard short on the 6th tackle, Leeds ball.
Iro for Leeds. From that bomb put in the air, Cook goes to acting half-back. Now it's Phil Hassan for Leeds. Looks no worse for wear after that high tackle, which saw Tim Street sent off. Now it's Harvey Howard. Howard runs into McNamara, swaps him off like a fly, really. Great break by Harvey Howard. Got one thing in his mind, and that's making inroads inside that whole half. Harvey Howard is certainly fired up. Leeds are fired up, and Leeds have been awarded a penalty. Referee David Campbell spots a swinging arm. And Leeds have the tap. Lowe's to Harmon. Harmon tackled by Sharp and by McNamara. Lowe's to Familo. Leeds second row forward. Familo can't make yards. 3 Hull FC tackles. Dixon, McNamara and Rose in there. Lowe's has to go from acting half-back. Steps out of 1 tackle, Lowe's. Steps out of 2 tackles. Got the ball from Schofield. Schofield, can he get the ball away to Familo? Familo's lost it. The ball's gone loose. The ball's gone back, says the referee, does he? And Leeds have been given a penalty for Hull being... Was it offside or a swinging arm? Leeds have been awarded the penalty. Another punch, says the referee. Leeds looked as if they'd lost possession. And Leeds have 6 tackles now, right by that try line. Harmon goes from acting half-back, held no more than a yard from that try line. Some desperate defence now by Hull as Leeds try to draw level as we approach half-time. Ontan cuts inside, then goes by himself, still going the Frenchman, but brought down by Mark Hewitt. Leeds about 20 metres now from that try line. Lowe's out to Schofield. Schofield with a pass inside to Morley. Another chance here for Leeds on that far side. Iro's got the pass outside to Cummins. Cummins is in for the try. Iro with the pass. Cummins there in support, and Leeds take the lead. 14 points to 12. Francis Cummins has gone in for the 3rd Leeds try. That try come in a minute before half-time. Leeds were given 6 tackles by the referee with that tap, with that penalty award. And from being behind, they're now in the lead by 14 points to 12 here at Headingley. Certainly a rampaging game, this one. There's been no love lost between these two sides. Never has been in the past. No reason to expect it any different in this one. As Mark Hewitt kicks off for Hull, straight to Gary Schofield. Schofield to Phil Hassan. Hassan runs into Rose. Lowe's pass to Familo. Familo head down, tackled by Busby. Now it's Harmon, one of the Leeds try scorers. Dixon and McNamara there to complete the tackle for Hull. Howard for Leeds, out to Hassan. Hassan tries to release the ball, but McNamara brings him down. Lowest to acting half-back, Gary Schofield. Schofield out to Fallon, and that, I think, was a forward pass. Referee spots that, and it will be another scrum down. Hull have the advantage of the put-in, and we're into first half injury time. Shouldn't be too much of that. Well, there has been 1 or 2 injuries, obviously, to Leeds players in Marcus Vasilakopoulos and Ellery Hanley. Both of those went off in the early stages of this game. And Hull maybe will try the last set of 6 tackles before half-time. Now it's Richard Gay. Ball's gone back, says the referee. Mike Dixon goes to match in half-back. The burly hooker takes some putting down. He's brought down by Familo. for Milo, drags him down, ball goes right. Hewitt out to Maya David. David looks to release the ball, had Jackson with him, but Schofield and Ennis bring him down. Hewitt short pass inside to John Sharp. Sharp spots a gap, Lowe shuts it. Final tackle this for Hull, no more than about 5 metres from the try line. Hewitt out to McNamara, McNamara somewhat by himself. Attempted shot goal by Mark Hewitt, it's successful. So Hull bag a point before half-time, reduce the deficit to a point. Mark Hewitt with a drop goal, no other option really there for him. Decided quickly that the point was there for the taking, and the Hull FC scrum half, gave the early birds the point. 14-13, nicely poised for a close-fought second half. Leeds, of course, will be hoping that they can take advantage of the fact they have an extra man with Tim Street sending off. As Leeds kick off, Hull have it from the kick-off through the full-back Gary Nolan. Nolan is tackled by Phil Hassan. There goes the half-time hooter. It's nicely poised. Leeds 14, Hull FC 13 the scoreline. Leeds from being 12-4 down took the lead 14-12 with tries from Harmon and Cummins, but Mark Hewitt reduced the deficit to a point at half-time. As he said, just a point separate the sides as they're led off for the interval. Leeds 14, Hull FC 13. Academy unbeaten all the way through the season so far. A brilliant season they've had. It's nice to see that Wigan don't win everything in the rugby league. So Leeds Academy, the first division champions, a tremendous season under coach David McGrath. Also a lot of involvement from Bob Pickles. Congratulations to them, the Leeds Academy first division champions. Second half then of this Good Friday evening clash between Leeds and Hull about to get underway, and just a point between the two sides at the interval. If there is any advantage at this stage, it's obviously with Leeds because of the numerical advantage which they hold with Tim Street sending off. But in saying that, of course, Leeds have a number of key players missing this evening. No Alan Tate, no Graham Holroyd. Ellery Hanley's gone off injured. As Hull kick off, and Leeds have possession through Phil Hassan. Now it's Jim Fallon. Young Adrian Morley from acting half-back. One of the academy players gets the ball away to Harmon. Harmon tackle. Leeds have been given the penalty. Hull are caught offside. Dean Busby's not overly impressed with the referee David Campbell's decision. But Paul Cook will kick the ball into touch. And it's a tap, no more than about 15 metres from that Hull try line. Harvey Howard goes at first receiver. Really just takes some putting down, the former Widnes player. He's held a couple of inches short. Now it's Neil Harmon. Harmon trying to drive over his second try. He's even closer to that whitewash. On-tap with a low pass to Schofield. Schofield's wrapped up, he's lost it, ball's gone loose. Hull could have possession, referee's blown up. It's the case of maybe 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Both sides knocking off, but it was Hull that knocked on second, so the advantage is with the early birds, and they will gain possession from the scrum on their own 20.
Gay drops off Gary Nolan, crosses the 20-metre line. Gay goes from acting half. So another 10 metres. On given against Richard Gay. He thinks the ball was stolen. It's going to be Leeds head and ball. I don't think any of the officials saw it. So a knock-on is given. Leeds head and ball on the 30-metre line.
tap at the base of the scrum. Picks up possession. McNamara's quickly out of the scrum to tackle the Frenchman. Milo. Milo held by McNamara. Harvey Howard. Harvey Howard pushes off John Sharp, rides over one tackle. Still going is Howard. What a good game Howard's out there. He really is fired up for this one. Is the Leeds number 10, Schofield. Schofield out to Innes. Innes, though, tackled by David. That was a crucial challenge by the Kiwi on that far side. Ball comes left. Hassan, short pass to Ontad. Ontad with the pass inside to Schofield. Schofield, Jinx, looks to release the ball. Leeds have lost it, the ball's gone loose, and Dixon will pick up possession for Hull as Leeds lose it in a good position, and Hull will be able to bring the ball away.
And neither side very secure in possession at the moment, beginning of the second half. McNamara. It's it to the 40-metre line, a good tackle by Morley. Mark Hewitt. Chico Jackson, Mike Dixon. Dixon on a run. Good run, Mike Dixon. Up to the Leeds 30-metre line. It's the last tackle. It's with Hewitt, who goes to the air. Tester for Cummings. Mackenzie's with him. Cummings does well. Richard Gay makes the tackle.
Well taken by Cummings under pressure. Leeds get 6 more tackles. On tap feeds it to Adrian Morley. Morley brought down by Busby. On tap from acting halfback out to Milo. So the Leeds forwards have got through a fair bit of work this evening. Harmon, Howard and Milo all seen plenty of the ball. There's Harmon. Gets the ball out to Fallon on that right-hand side. Good play by Neil Harmon. Now it's Phil Hassan. Hassan tackled by Gary Rose. Final tackle this for Leeds on halfway. Ball back to Cook. Cook puts the deep kick inside that Hull FC half. The ball's not going to go dead. I don't think it is just going to go dead. It held up very nicely for Hull. Just had that pace to go dead, and Hull have the tap, and Mackenzie takes it from Dixon. Mackenzie still going. Makes about 20 metres before he's brought down. Busby from acting halfback approaches the halfway line. Hull have 6 tackles in a good position.
On halfway, Chico Jackson. Hull forwards really working well up the middle. Set off by a good 20-metre run by Leroy Mackenzie there. Gay drops off John Sharp. Good tackle by Hassan. David goes from acting halfback. Kicks over. Kicks over. That's a good one. Fallon has to cover. The ball goes loose. Who's got it? Leeds have got it. Ball went back, says the referee.
Well, that was anybody's ball from that kick through. Iro has it for Leeds. Cuts inside Sharp. Still going to Kiwi. He's going to go try and go the whole length of the field. Iro, great pass inside. There was a touch there from a Hull player. Leeds will have 6 more tackles. Good break by Iro. Ball quickly spun out to this left-hand side for Milo. Pass inside to Cook. Cook, there's a big gap here in the whole defence. Cook finds support from Morley. Striding the beat, the youngster. Oh, held it. We're about 10 metres from the try line. Leeds looking dangerous here. Could do with 4 points. They're going to get at least 2 because the referee has penalised Hull FC for holding in the tackle. And Paul Cook will surely kick for goal. It's right underneath the post. 14-13. Leeds should extend that lead to 16-13 if Paul Cook were to be successful with the penalty to conversion. No re-emergence of Ellery Hanley. Obviously Leeds want to be very careful about the 40-plus try scorer this season. Obviously been in absolutely cracking form. I just hope that Hanley is okay, particularly in light of the date at Wembley on April the 29th with Wigan. Cook then with the penalty conversion underneath the post, should be no problem. Straight between the middle, and Leeds now lead Hull by 16 points to 13. That penalty coming 7 minutes into the second half. That's Holmaker's substitution. Looks like John Sharp that's gone off. And Rob Nolan, brother of Gary, comes on to replace him. As the early birds kick off once more, fielded by Schofield, who lays the ball off to Hassan. Makes it to the 20. Lowe's out to Jim Fallon on this left-hand side. Fallon looks to get away from McNamara and from Busby, but he's held in the tackle. Lowe's again. Neil Harmon. Passing on to Gary Schofield for Leeds, out of that right-hand side. David comes in to try and catch Iro. Iro gets the ball away to Hassan. Hassan held by Gary Rose. Now it's Lowe Suracti in half-back. Really has been a solid performer, James Lowe's, all season. Might not receive some of the recognition that some of the other players have, but he's really had a good season. Cook puts the high up and under, pressure on the Hull FC full-back, who's Gary Nolan. Well taken though by Nolan, and he fancies his chances of making ground, but he's held by Neil Harmon.
Full in possession, Gate. Oh, and the ball comes loose, and this could be a try for Cummings. Leeds back in possession.
So an error by Hull FC, and it could prove costly. They're down to 11 men because Leroy McKenzie is injured at the moment. Leeds will be looking to take advantage of that. Iro cuts inside David. Still going Iro, releasing the ball to Schofield. Schofield twisting away from a tackle. Held, what, a couple of metres short of the try line. Leeds in a good position here. Fallon head down, tries to crash over right by the corner flag. Can't find a way through. A couple of Hull FC defenders there. Leeds spinning out to this right-hand side. Oltad with a pass to Familo. Familo held over by Rob Nolan. Lowe's to Schofield. Again, Leeds looking to get themselves another couple of points. They've only hold a 3-point advantage. That's certainly not safe, as Leeds look to have another injury there. Another Leeds player is down injured. Looks like Kevin Iro. Last thing Leeds need at this stage of the season, with the couple of league games remaining, Wembley and the Premiership, is key players to go down injured. Already seen Hanley go off, and now Kevin Iro looks to be in some discomfort. 11,204 at Headingley for this game. Referee, I think, is going to let Leeds continue. Well, Iro receives treatment. Ball's brought a couple of metres to this left-hand side, and Leeds have possession. Morley with a short pass to Innes. Innes is going for the try line. Leeds are in for a try. Innes has scored for Leeds. An elementary try. It was Adrian Morley involved. Short pass to Craig Innes, and Innes went in for a touchdown for Leeds. But great play by the Leeds youngster. But he enjoyed being involved in that try, and the experienced players like Familo and Schofield congratulate him on that pass and that break. Innes is in for the try. 51 minutes gone. Leeds 20, Hull FC 13. 7 points now Leeds lead as Mark Hewitt kicks off for Hull once more. Paul Cook takes up possession for Leeds, the fullback. Gary Rose and Dixon in with the tackle. Francis Cummins, Leeds winger, tries to find a way through that whole defence. Harmon runs straight into David. Now it's Fallon, picks up possession on that right-hand side. Fallon, though, tackled by Jackson. Now it's for Milo. Just inside that whole half now, Leeds. Final tackle, though. Ball comes back to Cook. Cook puts the kick in, bouncing inside that 20-metre area, and it's fielded by Gary Nolan.
So Hull back in possession, not had a lot of it in the second half. Gary Nolan struggling with a, looks like a bad ankle as Tavita Vakona makes good yards from acting half. Gary Rose. Had a fine game against his former club, Gary Rose. McNamara. Back to Hewitt. Hewitt working up towards the halfway line. Chico Jackson. Dangled one, well taken by Gary Schofield, knocks on. Knock on by Gary Schofield. Well, he stuck well. Seemed to have it well and truly controlled, Grant. Flicked it out there brilliantly, and then it went down.
Yes, and Hull obviously will have the advantage here with the scrum down, and they'll have put a little bit of pressure back on the Leeds line.
Richard Gay. Good tackle by Schofield. Gary Rose again. Up to the 30-metre line. Busby on the short side. Into the Leeds 20-metre line. Now Hull set with a very deep line. But Dixon goes from acting half on the short side. 12 metres away. Gay. To David on the inside. Mayor David tackled 5 metres out. Last tackle. Hewitt. Chico, it's Rob Nolan there. Ball comes loose. Gary Nolan kicks it back from an offside position. Leeds have the penalty.
Paul Cook will kick the ball onto the south stand roof. And Leeds will have a set of 6 on their own 20. Blows to Harvey Howard, runs into the tackle. Really just takes on putting down. Short pass from Lowe's to Harmon. Harmon, though, held by Jackson and Dixon. Lowe's goes by himself, gets the pass inside. It's taken by Paul Cook, the full-back. Cook looks to take on David, does well, Cook. In the end, he's brought down by Gary Rose. Leeds look for the penalty. Referee says play to continue as Ontat, the Frenchman, bustled down by Rose. Schofield for Leeds. Schofield out to Iro. Iro with a good pass out to Innes. Innes has got the trail line ahead of him. He's going to go by the full-back. He's going to go himself. Innes held inches short. The ball's gone back. Still Leeds have possession. Schofield sure he's going to score for Leeds. Gary Schofield has got it for the try. It was that pass which sent Innes surging towards the try line. Innes was held just short. Leeds quickly played the ball, and Schofield was there in support against his former side. That'll put a smile on Gary Schofield's face. He scored the try for Leeds. Just what Leeds need. That try will probably put the game beyond Hull FC. Schofield involved initially. Iro's pass to Innes. Innes with the break. Innes took on the full-back, Gary Nolan. Somehow released the ball back. The referee said the ball went back, and Gary Schofield was there to go in for the 5th Leeds try of the evening. 24-13 the scoreline. And that try scored by Leeds 17 minutes into the second half. 24-13. And Leeds now very much in the ascendancy. And Paul Cook has added the 2 points with a good conversion from out wide. Leeds 26, Hull 13, and Leeds exactly doubling that Hull FC score. (26-13) then Leeds lead. And that try has given Leeds a little bit of breathing space in this evening's game. On tap, as Russ Walker's come on for Hull FC. On tap just stays in field. Nolan tries to shove him out. Iro for Leeds, pushes off Dixon. Still going the Kiwi. And there was certainly a headbutt there. And the referee's right over the situation. And another Hull FC player here could find himself in big trouble. It's Chico Jackson. There was a headbutt in there. There's not a shadow of a doubt. And he's got 10 minutes in the sin bin, Chico Jackson. He may be slightly fortunate that it's only 10 minutes, considering Tim Street sending off in the first half. So Hull now making it very hard for themselves. They're now down to 11 men. And Jackson is sin bin by the referee, David Campbell. Harvey Howard for Leeds. Held by Russ Walker. Lowe's feeds it to Ontat. Ontat short pass inside to Familo. Familo though tackled by Walker and by McNamara. Lowe's feeds it to Schofield. Schofield pass to Innes. Innes though from that short pass is well wrapped up by 3 Hull defenders. Hewitt, Dixon, 2 of them. Lowe's to Cook. Cook gets the ball away to Innes. Innes looks for support, finds himself a bit of a lonesome figure. He's now got Francis Cummins inside. Good pass from Innes to Cummins. Cummins makes it to the 20-metre line. Good spell of pressure this by Leeds as they really look to turn the screw on Hull. Ontan out on that right-hand side to Kevin Iro. Iro gets the pass away to Lowe's. Lowe's to Fallon on that right-hand side. Fallon looks for support, finds it now from Iro. Good play this by Leeds. Chance for Morley. He knocks on though. Good approach work again by Leeds and good play by the home side once more. And both Gary Schofield and Kevin Iro have a quick word with Adrian Morley. Will be disappointed that he knocked on, but I'm sure helped by Schofield and Iro, he won't feel too bad considering the current scoreline. 26-13 with 20 minutes remaining. Schofield with the tackle. Now it's David on that left-hand side for Hull. Makes it just outside his own 20, but it's shoved back by a couple of these defenders, Lowe's and Hassan. Dixon. Hard-working hooker, but he's lost possession. He won't be happy with that. The ball's bouncing all over the place. Both sides have knocked on. And it'll be a scrum down. And Leeds will have the put-in. Hull were the first defenders. On-tap feeds the scrum. Comes out Leeds side. Schofield to Iro. Inside to Innes. Innes though held up by Gary Nolan. Schofield out there to Morley. And a very good game for his first time in the Leeds first team setup. Harmon gets the pass away to Iro. Iro out to Fallon. Fallon surely going to score. Cuts inside. Jim Fallon's got in for another Leeds try. And with Hull FC down to 11 men, it really is meaning there are big gaps in that Hull defence. 6th try of the evening to Leeds. They now lead by 30 points to 13. .62 minutes on the clock. Hull are going to make a substitution. Steve McNamara's going to come off and John Sharp's going to come back on. I suppose it was only a matter of time with the 12 and then 11 men which Hull had on, that Leeds really should and have taken advantage of it. Francis Cummins for Leeds. Cummins finds a gap, still going Cummins, good break by the youngster. Tackle though on that 30-metre line. Ball goes wide to Neil Harmon. Harmon tackled by David and by Sharp. Lowe's, short pass to Familo. Familo, can he get the ball away in the tackle? He's dumped to the floor by Walker. Leeds on halfway. Harvey Howard strides out of the tackle. Has support from Ontag. Ontag gets the ball away to Lowe's, but the ball was knocked on. The pass was forward. And it'll be a scrub down just inside that whole half. With Hull having the put in, but not at least while Dean Busby, the Hull FC loose forward. He's thinking we've got something in his eye here. So there's a slight hold up in play. Close at half-time, just a point separated aside, but tries to, Innes, Schofield and Fallon have really given Leeds the advantage, as Leeds looked for a league double overhaul after that narrow win at the Boulevard back on Boxing Day. David for Hull on that left-hand side. Gets the pass away. David acting half-back, gets the ball inside. Now it's Sharp. Sharp tackled as Hull try and get themselves, by some hook or by crook, back into this one.
They're still playing with plenty of spirit. Walker tackled 30 metres out. Hewitt. He's come back inside, but he's taken by Gary Schofield. Gay. Sharp. David. It's the last tackle. All 25 metres out. There's very little of the ball in the second half. Hewitt goes to the air. It's a decent one. Richard Gay takes it brilliantly. McKenzie, is it his first try? It is! It's been a long time coming, but Leroy McKenzie's first try for the first team. Well taken and a brilliant take by Richard Gay of that bomb, Brian. Very well weighted by Mark Hewitt. Gay really soared high in the air, Aussie rules style to take it. Quick ball out to Leroy McKenzie, and had enough pace to beat the Leeds cover to score. Well-deserved tries, improved tremendously, thrown in at the deep end at the beginning of the season, really very, very tough baptism from him, coming from rugby union, out of the side in the middle of the season, come back in the last 6 or 7 matches and improved noticeably, and that'll do him a power of good, Brian.
A bit ready to the coaching duo. I think Russ Walker and Phil Windley have really installed spirit into this whole side. So it's Hewitt. Looks a good one, and it is. Good conversion by Mark Hewitt. So it's Leeds 30, Hull 19. I think we're just over a quarter of an hour to go. Gary Rose coming back on, Dean Busby going off. Had a tremendous game, Dean Busby. Done an awful lot of tackling for Hull. So it's Paul Cook. Hewitt. Gay. Sharp. Walker. Hewitt. Nowhere to go. Came back into the Leeds cover. Rose. Hewitt at Dixon. Chico Jackson back on, Hull back to 12 men. Oh! Leeds ball. Paul that passed that.
Sloppy pass there by Hull, and it's given Leeds possession. Just inside the whole half. Neil Harmon. Harmon against Sharp. Pushes the number 12 off. Leeds still have possession for Milo. Milo tackled by David. Lowe's short pass to Schofield. Schofield there, has support from Iro. Iro's going to go himself, is he? The Kiwis in for a try. Quick response by Leeds after Hull had got that try through Mackenzie. And Kevin Iro has got in for the 7th Leeds try of the evening, just when Hull maybe clawed their way somehow back into this game. But Kevin Iro's gone in for the try to restart the game once more. Through Mark Hewitt. Taken by Ontad. Ontad met by Jackson, 18 metres from his own try line. Now it's Innes. Jackson again with the tackle. Lowe's to Morley. Ontad leads scrum half. Has support from Phil Hassan. Walker with the tackle. Innes short pass inside to Iro. Iro gets the ball away to Lowe's. Leeds look dangerous again. Paul Cook comes up on the blind side. Schofield to Innes. Leeds playing blindside. Innes puts a kick through, but this time he's telegraphed it straight to the full-back. The full-back Gary Nolan, but there's no other option there. He's hauled into touch by Craig Innes. And Leeds will have the scrum down and the put-in about 20 metres from that Hull try line. And it's Innes that's down injured. Receiving treatment. Play continues. Iro. Ball's gone back. Iro gets the ball away over the top to Cook. Chance here for Leeds. Cook out to Fallon. Another try for Leeds, and Fallon goes in the corner. And again, down the left-hand side, Hull are caught again numerically. And Leeds are running away with it now. 38-19 the scoreline. Fallon scored again. That's his second try of the night. Leeds is 8th in total. And as the ball came out on that right-hand side, that pass from Iro to Cook, and there there's Fallon in support. John Sharp had no chance of preventing the 4 points, to edge even further away from the teams, of course, who are looking for that 3rd and 4th spot: St Helens, Warrington, Halifax. About 6 minutes remain. 38-19 is the scoreline. Ontad collects on the full, feeds the ball to Morley. Tackled by a couple of defenders. Now it's Francis Cummins. Cummins looks to cut inside, tackled by Sharp. Lowe's feeds it out to Harmon on that right-hand side. As Gary Schofield tries to direct operations, here comes Harvey Howard. Howard still gets the ball away, finds Fallon. Fallon to Schofield. Schofield has to cut inside, otherwise he would have been bundled into touch on that opposite side of the field. Phil Hassan for Leeds. Final tackle as Rose puts Hassan down. Back to Paul Cook. Cook steps out of the tackle, then tries the individual chip over the top himself. Almost falls for him as well. Good individual play that by Cook, but it's taken well by the Hull FC fullback, and they have the ball 22 metres out.
Leeds certainly well on top in the second half. They've had a mountain of possession. Well, I think despite the scoreline, have tackled pretty well. They've certainly been very competitive here tonight. But any chance they had of winning the game, I think, probably evaporated when Tim Street was sent off. And then they've had, of course, 10 minutes in the second half with only 11 men when Chico Jackson was in the sin bin. Richard Gay. Oh, to David. The ball goes loose. David does well, picks up, gives it to Vacona. Vacona is through. Oh, and a penalty against Leeds, offside, I think, against Hassan. The first penalty of the second half for Hull. Kevin Iro being awarded the Leeds man of the match. I don't think too many disagree with that. Been a very, very difficult proposition to handle in the centre. John Sharp, 12 metres out, midfield. Hewitt, Gay, David. Flicks the ball out. I think it's gone into touch. Has the Leeds head and ball.
38-19 is the scoreline. Into the final couple of minutes, Jim Fallon has scored 3 tries. Hat-trick for him this evening. Scored 1 the first try after 4 minutes, then went on to get 2 tries in the second half. As Dougie Lawton on the far side obliges the Leeds supporters, who asked the Leeds team coach to give his sign of approval. Paul Cook was the boy to touch on the far side, on that north stand roof. Short tap taken from Lowe's to Harmon. Harmon bundled down on the halfway line. Harvey Howard. Howard again gets a bit of steam, turns in the tackle. He's unbelievably powerful, is Harvey Howard. Lowe's to Ontad, out to Schofield. Schofield with a pass inside to Innes. Innes away to Ontad. Chance here for Leeds for another try as the Ontad tries to find a way through, but he's held 10 metres from the try line. Lowe's, short pass. Fallon almost crashes over there. Well held by a couple of defenders. Somehow the ball's come out on that Leeds side still. Gary Schofield. Schofield back to Ontad. Ontad to Iro. Iro back to Ontad. Good handling this by Leeds. Out to Cummins on this left-hand side. Still Cummins decides to head for the try line. Is he in for the try? He is. Francis Cummins has gone in for another Leeds try. The 9th of the evening. Francis Cummins has scored his 2nd try of the night. It's now 42-19. Cummins somehow managed to find a way through. Referee was right over it. Hull defenders were complaining that he didn't ground the ball. But the referee, David Campbell, was right there. And this time, Cook is successful with the conversion. 44-19, the scoreline. Nine tries in total for Leeds. How Hull FC will be ruined that sending off of Tim Street for that high tackle in the first half. From then on, really, it was always going to be a mountain for them to climb. And when they were down to 11 men, when Chico Jackson was sin-binned as well, certainly for the first half, wasn't too much between the two teams. 14-13 the scoreline. The early birds were very much in it, but in the second half, Leeds have just been a little bit too powerful for them, and have gone on strongly in the second 40. Cummins again for Leeds on his own 20-metre line into added time now. 80 minutes are up. Referee looks towards the touch judge, says that Cummins knocked on. As Leeds players point over towards the touch judge, who doesn't really appear to have seeing exactly what happened there, but it's going to be a scrub down and maybe a last chance for Hull to get a few more consolation points in the final minute.
Yes, working hard to the end. Richard Gay on the 20-metre line, and a penalty against Leeds for the ball. Richard Gay takes it himself, 12 metres away. Can Hull finish with a score? Mayor David, John Sharp, 5 metres out. Hewitt, Gay knocks on. And there it is, the end of the game. A comprehensive victory for Leeds in the end, 44-19. A very close first half. Good performance by Hull in that first half, really taking the game to Leeds. Very competitive, very hard tackling. The sending off of Tim Street, I think, we can't argue with it. It certainly seemed a high tackle, but it was a very difficult task for Hull from then on. The Leeds with the pace and the power, particularly of Iro and Innes in the centres. Both had excellent games tonight. Won the game comfortably in the end, Graham. Sets them up nicely. Again, certainly they're going to take second place, aren't they? They've got Halifax left to play on Monday. That'll be a tough one away. But must be in good spirits as Wembley approaches.
Yeah, just what Leeds needed after the couple of defeats in the league at Sheffield and here against St Helens. They've obviously got Wembley on their mind, but it's all about consistency. And Leeds will want to go to Wembley on the back of a couple of more wins in the league, no doubt. Halifax on Easter Monday, Wakefield the final game of the season. So Leeds have played their final home league game of the season. There's of course the Premiership to come. Full-time at Headingley, Leeds have won by 44 points to 19. Harvey, convincing win over Hull in the end. Numerical advantage, I think, told particularly in the second half.
Yeah, I think all the problems started. I think after Neil scored, he scored a good try, and I think Tim Street, he got sent off on a high tackle on Phillisan. I think it was all downhill from then on, and confidence grew. You know, we knew they'd be tough today, but I think we were in a bit of a lapse to start with. We had a couple of lads filling in here and there, but we've been on a good roll, you know, and we hope to keep the roll against Halifax on Monday.
I mean, the first half was pretty tight, wasn't it, to be fair?
Yeah,
I mean, 14-13 at half-time, not too much to split the sides.
Yeah, it might have been a different game altogether. The man hadn't been sent off, you know, but that's history now, you know, and we always seem to come good in the second half anyway. And a lot of the lads were tired from last week, you know, 3 games in 6 days, you know, against Warrington, tremendous performance. And I'm just glad we got the win tonight.
Must be particularly pleasing with the way you went on to capitalise in that second half, because you really did turn it on and scored a number of good tries.
Yeah, we've just got to pick ourselves up every game now. Halifax and also Wakefield got to get a good platform for this big Wembley appearance. It's going to be tough out there. That you can, as you can see now, that the temperature's getting warmer over here, and it's going to be really warm day out there. And I'm looking forward to playing. Obviously,
it's all geared towards the 29th of this month and that Challenge Cup final at Wembley. I mean, it's a big day for the club. Repeat of last year's final, but can Leeds go one better this time, Harvey?
Of course, yeah. The experience, like I've been there for the last 2 years, once with Widnes and also with Leeds. And every year I go and get more and more confident, you know, and it's like Wigan, they go in there year in, year out, and the likes of Sean Edwards are just masters at the game, and they know how to play on that field in the conditions. And we're getting players now in our camp who are capable of doing the job. You know, we've just got to set the platform, the forwards, and release the likes of Kevin Iro and Jim Fallon, you know, who can, and also Francis coming in with match winners.
I mean, that experience which you gained 12 months ago will be really vital, won't it? You're not going into it cold now. Most of the players that were there last year, here again this year.
It's not just the game, it's actually the build-up to the game. You know, it's a big all-wheel. It's a big build-up all week. You got a lot of pressure down at the club. People asking you about Wembley, family asking for tickets. It goes right down the line. You know, it's not just actually playing. So basically, you just got to get it all out your mind and get on with the job. You know, on the Saturday, which is a big day. And when you walk down that tunnel, you've got to really be switched on. You know.
I mean, nobody questions Wigan's ability, the success they've had in both League and Cup in recent years. They're powerful really all the way through the team, aren't they? The forwards, the backs. I mean, they really are the best team, and they've proved it year in, year out.
Yeah, just a tremendous side. What can I say? You know. The likes of Martin Afire on the side last year, you know, I thought cost us the game. We were in the game all the way, and I think there's only one guy like himself who can score a try in that situation, you know, and for me, he did cost us the game, you know. But this year, hopefully, we're going in the game with 15 strong players. Whoever's going to be picked as substitute, be able to do a good job, come on. Like, I thought it was a difference in the game. They had something like Mick Cassidy coming on, and also Sam Panaper. Cassidy set the try up for Afire, and Sam Panaper also scored. So I thought that was a bit of a a bit of a push for them. You know, we need a bit of force coming on the field, you know, in a tight game like that, which I think it'll go right down to the wire.
I mean, Harvey Howard's been in cracking form recently. You must be pleased with the way you're sort of playing this season and looking towards Wembley with obviously a big game.
Yeah, I've been disappointed in the last 8 weeks. I've been just plagued with injuries, you know, and it's my first long injury run in 4 or 5 years since I've been playing the game, and I seem to have landed him here. But I'm glad they're out of the way and I'm getting a bit of form, you know. I hope to get form, but it's just the fitness I like to get in the back of man. I just want 80 minutes football, and I've had 4 games on the run, and hopefully getting better every game, you know, and be ready for the big one.
Thanks, Harvey. Thanks for joining us. Thanks
Cheers,
very much.
mate.